Hello everyone, welcome to Miss Chi Tarot. My name is Carly. I specialize in using divination tools along with my intuition to bring messages from spirit. I call on my guides, my personal guides, ascended masters, my ancestors, angels, archangels, and any other beings of divine love and light that would love to come and assist in helping me bring a clear message for anyone who may need it today. So, what I was called to speak about are the current tower moments, okay, that we're all going through. During my pre-shuffle, these two cards came up. Sea Storm, Calm Amid the Chaos, and Thunderbolt, also known as the Tower. So the Tower represents sudden changes, big changes, scary changes, changes that can flip our whole worlds upside down, make us feel like we're losing everything. It's the free fall, okay? I really love the depiction in this card of her lost at sea. I really connect to the image because although this depicts more of the fear aspect, this really depicts how this is a sea storm of emotional upheaval. The water represents your emotions. If it's a storm, it's an emotional storm, right? So if you were drawn to this reading, then perhaps right now you're feeling lost. You have so many questions and so little answers. What's going on for you is that there's been a lot of powerful shifts. We're going through a lot of upgrades. Everything is changing around us. And you're really searching for answers. But what's important to know is that amidst this storm, when you're actually in the storm, there aren't any answers yet. So yeah, I'm feeling that people are frustrated because they are out there searching for answers. They're going within searching for answers. And what Spirit wants us to know is that sometimes there aren't answers to give yet, okay? Because things during the storm, it's chaotic. Our lives, although there is fate, there is destiny, there are some moments where how do I explain this? Okay. There isn't anything to find. There aren't any answers yet because things have to settle first. So we don't know if a shell is going to land on this beach or that beach, or the ship is going to turn up here or there. It's a big mixing pot right now, and the divine is controlling this mixing pot. This is when things are, although we can't see it, things are aligning. Everything is aligning in our favor. We just can't see any of it. It's very important that during these times, we hold on to our trust and our faith, and we surrender. Now, Spirit wants me to let you guys know that surrender in no way means giving up. That's a misconception about what surrender actually is. Surrender is taking away our need to know. Not only taking away our need to know, but our lack of faith. What Spirit is asking is to trade our need to know with a faith and trust that things are always going to work out for our best interests. Spirit's asking you to trust that what is meant for you cannot be missed. You'll land where you're needed to land. Surrender is about ceasing the need to control. So, a lot of you are dealing with broken hearts at the moment. And it's interesting because I recently just had a conversation with a friend of mine who's experiencing this, and the advice that I gave them was that it's literally impossible for us to screw up what's meant for us. And I think that's a really powerful statement. And if we can truly believe in that, that can help us move forward. Especially when it comes to love, I learned my biggest lesson of love as soon as I had children. Okay, so what I realized really, really quickly was that there was nothing in this world that my child could do that could ever possibly make me stop loving them. Nothing. And I think that's a gift that a mother gets to learn, and a father as well. Just me as a mother, that's where I learned. But when you can look at a human being and you can say, I love you, and if that being was to look back and say, why do you love me? A mother's answer, it's, I just do, because I just do. You don't have to be anything, do anything to earn my love. I just love you. There is no reason. I just do. And that's the purest form of love that there is. And personally, that's the only form of love that's real, that I would want. And then, of course, that comes down to self-love, right? Do you believe that you deserve for someone to look at you and say, I love you? Just because, just for being you. I think that's how you know someone really loves you. So, with that in mind, you can make mistakes, you can mess up, but the ones that really love you, you can't change it. It's a forever kind of a thing. We should all wait for the forever kind of things. Alright, let's see. going with the flow. So, while we are floating around in our sea storm, it's just another reminder here. This is Spirit validating what I've just said. This is the time that there's nothing around to grab onto. There's no one giving us any pointers, direction. Even if someone tried to give you a direction, hey, swim that way, swim that way, you can't, okay? This is time to go with the flow. Trust, have faith that you will be taken where you need to go. You will eventually see what you need to see and have the answers that you seek. But right now, it's as if they don't exist because Spirit's working it out. And Spirit knows your ultimate destination, so it's got it. You're good. Let's see, some advice. And once the sea storm ends, that's when you have your ahas, your breakthroughs. That's when things become clear. The light is shown, and this is coming. This is coming really soon. I'm being told that this is the final stretch here. There's an eclipse coming up. Today is October 20th, and I believe that the eclipse is the 22nd. This is a very, very powerful eclipse. There is a lot of astrological things going on right now that is causing for massive shifts, massive changes, massive upgrades. So, only 2 more days, guys. That's big. It's like, finally, because trust me, I've been waiting on a lot of answers too. And they're coming. They are coming. Let's see if Spirit can give us an idea of what to expect. Harmony. This is something to look forward to, right? And I love how in this picture there are dolphins. I've been called to dolphins and whales quite a bit lately, and what I've learned is that they represent the telepathic connections we have, and more than that, it's just symbolizing how we and everything around us, we're all interwoven like a web. We're all connected. Our fates are connected. Even our thoughts are connected. So, I mean, we all know that whales and dolphins, they communicate through something different than speech. They can be far, 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 far away from each other, but they're still in communication. And that's not just a gift to the whales and the dolphins and other marine life. We have that gift too. We are connected to all things. We can connect to each other from the farthest of distances. We can even connect to beings that aren't on this earth with us. We can connect to loved ones that passed. We can connect to our ancestors. We can connect to angels, guides, multidimensional beings. Spirit's reminding us of those connections that we have as well. I'm also being drawn to the fact that there's 2 there. So, for me, it's representative of divine unions. So, that's another thing that I believe the viewer has to look forward to. Possibilities. I love that this card came out because it speaks to what I was speaking of, how during this storm that's brewing, this is the time when the possibilities are endless, because this is the planning phase, Spirit's planning phase. Like I said, Spirit has our destination in mind, but the journey is what's exciting here, isn't it? This is Spirit's playground. And this playground is where we can co-create. The possibilities are endless. So now is the time for us to put out our intentions, for us to work with Spirit on the things that we want to manifest. The things that we're putting out right now are very, very powerful. This is always an ancestor for me too, so the viewer definitely has someone on the other side that's listening. And what's funny is the eagle represents a particular ancestor of mine who I believe pulls strings for me up in spirit. They put in extra good words, or so for me, this is showing that the viewer has one of those too, someone pulling some extra strings for us to give us the experience that we wish to have here on Earth. And right now is the playtime where they can pull those strings, the realm of possibilities, and that only exists amidst the storm. It's really a beautiful place to be. It can be stressful, but it's beautiful. And we're tired. Exhaustion. We're tired because we keep trying to figure it all out. Spirit is saying we're not supposed to figure it all out. We're supposed to enjoy this journey. We're supposed to learn things along the way. But we live in a linear world, so we have to learn these things one step at a time. Certain things have to take place for us to learn. It can't just all happen. So these times are necessary. But it's not necessary for us to wear ourselves out with worry and attempting to control everything. Well, look at how much stuff this guy is trying to control. There's just no way. He's exhausted. It's time to let Spirit take over. It's time for us to rest. Rest and trust. Maturity. And these are all lessons that come with maturity. I'm drawn to all the flowers, the garden that she is. We have to bloom from seeds. That's a lot of work. It takes time. We don't get to choose how fast each of these flowers grow. Each time a lesson is brought to our awareness, we have to let those things unfold in their proper times. We can't rush this process as much as we want to. We can't. We have to pull back the curtain, one realization at a time. We all learn in different ways. Spirit knows how things need to work out for us to learn. Which, at the end of the world, an important end and a new beginning. So, what I find funny is there's also some lightning bolts here too. But they're slowing down. They're not as crazy as here. So for me, this is the ending of this storm. And once it passes, we can expect those new beginnings that Spirit has brilliantly orchestrated for us. Some last bit of advice. Innocence card flew out. Have fun, relax, connect to your inner innocence, find ways to laugh, look up some funny videos, play games, play music, have a tea party, my personal favorite. He looks like someone he reminds me of the uncle in Avatar, Zuko, to Prince Zuko. He's always concerned about not much more than his tea. Enjoying the little things. That's wisdom. That innocence, that's connected to an immense maturity. Because you'll notice the innocent card is this old man. This old man is very mature and he's very wise. He knows. He knows to laugh. He knows to play. That's our job here. We do that. Spirit does this. We don't have to do all that. Just this. And everything will be taken care of for us. This is a wonderful card for us to end on. This is the Winged Seer. You see clearly, clairvoyance. So, although we cannot see the way amidst the storm will pass. After we've let go, after we've trusted, after we've gone with the flow, we'll arrive and we'll understand everything. Everything that we went through will make sense. Everywhere we've drifted, even if we were off course for a little while, Spirit will flow us back, but we have to allow it. We can't swim against what's going on. We have to go with the flow to arrive to our destination, where we will then understand. We will then have answers. We will then see clearly. I hope that message helps someone. I'm wishing you all the best, many, many blessings. It's time to go with the flow.